Meanwhile, in Brainerd and Baxter, tax measures on the ballot that could confuse some voters. The measure will ask voters if they want to continue the 0.5% sales tax to pay off an infrastructure project voted on a decade ago. As our Scott Sheehan tells us, the goal of the sales tax is to have tourists help pay Brainerd and Baxter's bills.
To continue an existing half-cent sales tax or to find funding for a couple of local projects from elsewhere. That's the decision voters in the cities of Brainerd and Baxter will have when they enter the polls on Tuesday. In 2004 and 2006, voters agreed to adding a half-cent sales tax to help fund local infrastructure needs. The cities say Baxter is on pace to meet their goals and pay off their projects by 2016, while Brainerd is expected to owe more money after their deadline passes in 2019. The cities say Baxter's growing retail sector is why they're so much ahead of Brainerd. The biggest concern the Brainerd Lakes business community has is making sure both communities vote the same way, so there won't be an unfair advantage in sales tax.
If voters exercise their right to check the no box, what we might have here in the Brainerd and Baxter areas would be higher taxes and higher utility fees that we as residents and businesses would have to pay in order to fund the same projects.
If the tax is voted to continue, Brainerd would continue to use their half-cent sales tax to pay off their infrastructure projects from 10 years ago. And Baxter used the tax to fund new road and sewer projects.
Typically when you see cities that have half-cent sales taxes, they fund luxury items like community centers and libraries and other recreational amenities. In Brainerd and Baxter, that's not what this is about. This is about infrastructure and transportation and water and sewer needs that just come with the territory of growing as a community the way that we are.
Both Brainerd and Baxter hopes the sales tax get passed so the cities can pass those costs onto the tourists and less the expense on their residents. On the campaign trail, Scott Sheehan, Lakeland News.
The cities are looking to collect about $55 million when the tax expires in 2037.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.